Here I'm just trying to work out where the front little indicator housings will be. I'm gonna make like a little plug to go in there. And I'm making these as well. These will be the side vents that go up in the side up there. I was gonna fill all this with foam and shape it and cover it in glass. And yeah, then just make some pieces for the gutters, for the hatches. And then we'll start waxing. Here we have the little front indicator assemblies roughed in. We'll just go around with a bit of filler and smooth off all the corners and the front where it's got a curve in it. Yeah, and then we can take a little quick mold of that, make a part, and then that part will be bolted to the mold. So these parts will be part of the mold when they first come out, so that'd be great. Now we're gonna do these. What I'll do is I'll cut around this shape first, just straight down, straight at the back. And then we'll cut this shape into it, and then we'll put some release angles on it, cover it in filler, and do all that thing again. Just put some filler in there. I'll do a silicone wipe around the edges, and then we'll wax it up and take a quick mold of it. That's coming along pretty quick, which is good because I want to get on to making the body. So I've got a layer of 300 on these. I'm going to grind that lip around it and just round it off so I can add some glass to the back of it, just so it's, you know, fully covered with glass. Then just bodywork it a little bit and paint it. That way that can be buffed up and that'll get bolted to the insides of the mold. So that's another part. That'll be another part out of the way. That's all it is just little bits by little bit, you get it done. Just taped up around these pieces. I've just done a silicone wipe around the bottom of them just to seal it off. I'll just let that dry and then we'll give it some wax and some PVA and try to get some gel coat on this today, if not tomorrow morning, so we can hopefully make these parts tomorrow. There's our little front indicator assembly made. I've just put some wood in the back of them so I can screw them down into the main mold. But I'll do the same this, but wet sand it and buff it, and then that's ready. Those orange ones can just get thrown away now. And yeah, on to the next step again. So you can see here I've just inserted a bit of wood on the back just so I've got something to screw into from the other side. But these will pretty much just get bolted into here as such on each side. And then that'll be that bit done. These will be part of the body then. Then we'll have a nice finished edge. We don't have to cut anything in. So trim the other side and move on. Here we have our little inserts made. They're all screwed in. We'll just do a little silicone wipe or a bit of modeling clay around the edge, and they're good to go. Now we'll just finish the side ones, and then we'll be ready to start waxing. Here we're just setting up the sill to make. I've just made a flange on it, so when the part is made, I have a reverse flange, so when I build the body I can make that flange as well. So these two pieces will bolt together instead of being molded in. And while I'm building those seals, I'm going to build the front hatch. I might as well while I've got the mold free, and then I'll release that hatch and then set up to make the gutters as part of the body. So after we make the seals in this front hatch, we'll set up all the guttering, all the rain gutters for the doors and the hatches. Then I'm going to remove that whole back section, just it's the top in the mold, but the bottom of the car. And we're going to lay that up separate. Then we're going to lay up the main part of the body, all up here, front guards, around the windscreen. And then we'll join them together and then we'll glass them together. It just makes it easier for me to reach and do in smaller pieces. So I'm only doing this myself after work, so I don't have the time to just spend doing it all at once. But that's the plan, and we'll see how that works out. And once we join all those pieces together, we can release the body, then we'll build the doors and the hatches at the back there. And then we can flip it over and then make the flares in the front bumper, and then we can start trying to fit that body to the donor vehicle and see how that goes. Yeah, just put a layer of 300 on it just to seal it off, and then the seals. Tomorrow when I come home from work, I'll thicken it up a bit with a few layers of 600, and hopefully that's thick enough. there's all those 3 pieces made. I'll leave this one in the mold for a few days and then we'll release it before this video is finished. The seals I'm going to leave in, so when I bolt the seal molds back together, that lip is there so I can glass up to the lip. And then we'll see if I'm happy with the thicknesses. The second body is the body I'll be using. The first body I'm going to use for mock-up and checking thicknesses and where I need reinforcement and steel inserts and all that. Yeah, so any mistakes we make on this one we can fix on the second one. So that's the plan. It's getting a bit cooler here now, so I'm hoping to get these 2 bodies done before it gets into the heart of winter, so we'll see how we go. There's the front hatch released. Pretty happy with that. Came out pretty easy. Looks pretty good. Yeah, super happy. Now we just have to do the rest of the car. There it is after it's released. I just left the last layer of wax in and it seems to help a lot. And like I said, I'm not too fussed about the condition of the gel coat, as long as it's all consistent and usable and sandable, that's fine. I think that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. Cheers.